Hello again everybody, it's Mel from Stocksbridge Guitar Tech and I'm here with another lesson for you. Today's lesson is going to be about the 7th mode, the last mode of the major scale. It's called locrian and in the example I've been using C major for the example parent scale. So the 7th mode will begin on the 7th note of that scale. So in this case, in the case of C major, the 7th note is B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So we're going to be looking at B locrian. I was playing in the introduction there the B locrian scale over a B half diminished chord, which is a B minor 7 flat 5, it's commonly known as. So it's like a minor 7 chord but with a flat 5. So instead of this we've got this, so it sounds sort of like very dissonant sounding scale or mode, this one. So it's seldom used outside of classical or jazz music. It's quite an underused mode, this one. Some heavy metal bands have started using it, but like I said, it's seldom used, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, but it is useful to know all the same. So let's zoom in and I'll show you how to play this locrian, B locrian scale. This is B locrian or locrian, which means that we start on a B. We'll find that at the 7th fret here on the low E string. That's where we're going to start. We're going to be covering frets 7 to 10 with the 4 left hand fingers. So 7 with the index, 8 with the middle, 9 with the ring and 10 with the pinky finger. So we're going to start on the low E string, 7th fret with the index finger, that's B. Then we go to the 8th fret with the middle finger, which gives us C. And then the 10th fret with the pinky, which gives us D. So those are our first 3 notes in this B locrian scale. B, C and D. Then we're going to drop down to the 5th string, the A string, play exactly that same pattern. So 7 with the index, 8 with the middle and 10 with the pinky. And that gives us the notes E, F and G. Then down to the 4th string, again index on 7. This time we're going to go to fret 9 with the ring finger and then fret 10 with the pinky. And that gives us A, B, which is the octave B, and then another C. So we've got the first octave there. So it's 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9. Those are the frets. Frets 7, 8, 10 on the low E, 7, 8, 10 on the A, and 7, 9 on the D string, the 4th string. That's the first octave. Practice that half first, that single scale, practice it going up and down. Once you're comfortable with that, then carry on and do the second octave. So that starts here on the 9th fret of the 4th string with the ring finger. We go to the 10th with the pinky, then we go to the 3rd string. We play the same pattern as on string 4, which is 7, 9, 10. So it's 7, 9, 10 on the 4th string, 7, 9, 10 on the 3rd string. So that gives us D, E and F on that 3rd string. Then down onto the 2nd string, we're only playing 2 notes on this string, so we're going to fret 8 with the middle finger, and from there we're going to go to fret 10 with the pinky. That gives us G and A. And then finally on the 1st high E string, it's the same as the low E string. It's fret 7, 8 with the middle and 10 with the pinky. So that's our B again, our 2nd octave. And then to carry it on, we've got C and D. So the whole scale over 2 octaves slowly. Now if you were to play that mode just over a regular C major chord or C major 7, it would just sound like you were playing in C major. It's the same with all the modes that we've done so far, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, etc. If you play those, any of them, over a C major, then it's going to sound like you're playing in C major. So it's important to make sure that you're using the scale over the right chord to get that modal sound. So as I said before, in this B locrian case, that chord is going to be a B half diminished chord, or B minor 7 flat 5. So you would need to play this scale over that to get the actual modal sound. But that's the scale. And that's the final mode of the major scale, locrian. So there you go, that brings us to the end of this little series of lessons on the modes. Don't worry about it if you don't get these modes straight away. It takes people time to get their head around them. They're quite simple if you think about them logically. Just if you're struggling, just keep going back and watching the videos again. There's a ton of information on the internet explaining the modes. I've tried to do it as simply as I possibly can. We've now covered all the modes. Ionian, which is mode 1, it's the same as the regular major scale. Dorian is mode 2. Phrygian is mode 3. Lydian mode 4. Mixolydian mode 5. Aeolian is mode 6, and that's the same as the relative minor or the natural minor scale. And then we've just done the final mode there, Locrian mode 7. Of course, these are the 7 modes of the major scale. There are also the 7 modes of the minor scale. It's just they start in different places. With minor, mode 1 would actually be mode 6 in the major scale, because it starts on the minor, and then you take it from there. So mode 1 in a minor scale is Aeolian, the natural minor scale. Mode 2 in a minor scale would be Locrian, and then mode 3 would be Ionian, mode 4 Dorian, 5 Phrygian, 6 Lydian, and mode 7 Mixolydian. So they're exactly the same modes, they just run in a different order. It's like the scale of C major begins on C, but the relative minor to C major, which is A minor, begins on A, which is the 6th degree of the C major scale. So the minor modes would start on the 6th mode of the major scale, which is Aeolian. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, don't worry about the minor scales for now. Just concentrate on what you've learned about these modes within the major scale. Keep going back and watching the videos if there's anything you don't understand, or drop me a comment, ask me a question, and if I can answer it I will do. But that's all of the 7 modes we've covered: Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian and Locrian. So that's the lesson for today. That's all from me. As ever, please do subscribe and click the little bell notification if you find my videos useful, and I hope you'll join me for another lesson soon. I'll see you then. Bye for now.